Okay, Aquarius, and down here we're getting regrouped, trying to work on your control modes and trying to set up something for PTC and taking a look at consumables as opposed to flight plan and so forth. And as soon as we get all that information, we'll pass it up to you. We also have the 14 backup crew over the simulators looking at Doc Burns and also trying to see what kind of alignment procedures they can come up with for looking at stars out the window. So if you ever are able to see any stars out there and think you could do an alignment out the window, why, let us know.
Okay, Jack, right now we're not able to. The sunlight reflecting off the thrusters and whatever debris came away at the time of the mishap is still with us, but stars are hard to find. And why, one respect, you want us to do the stars out the window just to check the LMS run, is that correct?
That's affirmed. We like to correlate what information we get with yours so that if we can use it to update the platform, we can. What we're really trying to do, Jim, is see if we can do a coax align so we can power down the platform. Okay, we'd like to brief you on what our plan is. We're at this time water critical in the LEM, so we'd like to use as little as possible. To do this, we're going to plan to make a free return maneuver of 16 feet per second at 61 hours, which is 37 minutes from now. Then we're going to power down the pings, and then we'll at 79 hours, we'll go ahead and make another abort maneuver to kick what we got. But we'd like to get that pings powered down as soon as possible. That'd be after the mid-course. And so how do you feel about making a 16 foot per second burn in 37 minutes?
Well, we'll do it. Can you give us a little bit more time?
Okay, Jim, how about 61 hours and 30 minutes? That's an hour and 5 from now.
Okay, we'll do it. We want to be sure we talk back and forth now to make sure we get this burn off right.
Affirmed. And now we want to ask you a question about alignments and so forth. We wanted to know if you can see any stars out of the AOT. We also wanted to know if you could use the service module to cast a shadow on the LEM windows and then look out the windows to see stars for P51, coax alignment.
Okay, in this attitude, Jack, that we're pitching around, I cannot use the AOT to see stars. We're just not able to see them at all. Now, we may be able to maneuver off and yaw or roll and see stars. Right now, we haven't been able to. The AOT is useless. The command module structure is just radiating too much light into the telescope.
Okay, and how about using the service module to cast a shadow on the commander's window? If you do that, can you see stars for coax alignment?
We could give that a try, Jack, although I don't know how successful it will be. We try to do it. The light shines off our quads, which makes it difficult to see stars. We do have the Earth and Moon, if that could be of assistance.
Another problem right now, Jack, I'm looking out the right window, and it's pretty dark out that window, but there are about 1,000 or so false stars out here from leftover from some of the debris. It's hard to discern what's real and not real.
Okay, that's good information, and during the time that we see your continuing to pitch, if you ever get in a position where you think the AOT might be of some use, We'd like you to periodically look out of it and see if you can see some stars that would enable us to get a P-52.
Okay, Jack, are you ready to go to work with me on the 2-hour dips activation and contingency book page 1?
Okay, Fred, let's go ahead. Step 1, page 1. Everybody's listening.
Okay, I've looked around and I've essentially done steps 1 through 5 with the exception of floodlights and utility lights, and I think we'll just do without those. Okay, on EPS activation, we're through step, we're through that bottom of that page. That's all done. Okay, in essence, we've circumvented step 4, and we're now sitting with all 4 decent bats on high voltage taps. So I'll scratch off step 4.
Roger, and in step 5, we want to leave inverter 1 circuit breaker open.
Roger, in step 5, we'll leave inverter 1 CB open.
Omit step 6.
Okay, we've done the primary glycol loop activation.
We verify. Aquarius, we recommend you leave the caution warning off on page 3.
Okay, I was going to say that next, page 3, we'll just scratch item 1. And item 2, I've already got the RCS heaters on. And I don't know if I gave you the time or you got the time on the primary vat flow number 1 open.
We got the time.
Okay, let's go to the CB pages now.
Did you close the S&C engine control breaker on panel 11 as we got in step 1 there on page 3?
Okay, yes, the EPS descent EPA control breaker is closed on 11.
Roger, let's go on with the circuit breaker panel checkout.
As I see it, some of the short ones are, we need the DECA gimbal in sooner or later.
That's affirmed, close the DECA gimbal.
Probably,
Okay, Aquarius, we're going the circuit breaker configuration as you have it now. And Aquarius, we need fluid data. We'll give you state vector and target load.
okay, we need the uplink breaker in then now.
That's affirmative.
And Jack, because it'll take quite a while to get back to the attitude, I think we ought to think about going there very shortly.
Roger, I have a pad for you. I have a P-30 maneuver pad.
Go ahead, Jack.
Okay, here we go. The purpose is mid-course correction for free return. Down 33, 061, 29er, 4284, minus 00213, plus 00041, minus 00312. HA and HP are NA. Delta V, 00380, 031, 120, 29er 8, minus 00213, plus 00041, minus 00312. COAS NA. And I have your LEM GDA angles. Pitch 5.86. Roll 6.75. Your dip throttling 5 seconds at 10%. Burn the rest at 40%. Your ullage will be 2 jets for 10 seconds.
Okay, Jack, we have a P-30 maneuver pad, a mid-course for free return. Down 33, 061, 29er, 4284, minus 00213, plus 0041, minus 00312, HA and HP and slash A. Delta VR 00380, 031, 120, 29er 8, minus 00213, plus 00041, minus 00312. COAS and slash A. GDA angles, pitch 5.86. Roll 6.75. Dip throttle 5 seconds at 10%. Burn the rest at 40%. And we need a 2-jet, 10-second ullage.
Good readback. Let's press on with the checklist. Okay, we're finished with the computer. It's yours, and we recommend using the TTC-8 to maneuver with.
Okay, I'm back on the checklist, page 6, Jack. Under pings, turn on, and self-test. We've done everything except the self-test here on this page. Do you want to do that at this time?
Okay, Aquarius, negative on the ping self-test, page 7.
Okay, I'll scratch page 6, and on page 7, we're not going to activate the, or rather we have the S-band activated. ECS activation I have all done, and at the bottom of the page the dock IMU's course line is done. Okay, and I've also completed, I guess in essence, all of page 8.
That's affirmative, and page 9 to boot. Scratch VHF, we've done the PFM.
And Houston, let's go to activation, or contingency page 10 and see what we do there.
Okay, the only item on page 10 is to deploy the landing gear.
Okay, we'll do that now.
Okay, the landing gear down in lock, Jack, and looking ahead now at page 11, we've done all of that.
We verify that, page 12.
Okay, and I assume And amongst all those numbers you pumped up, we got a rest mat and a state vector. Is that correct?
That's affirmative. You've got that. So you can delete page 12.
Okay, on 13, you've read us up the final line angles, and we've cranked those in.
Affirmative.
Okay, so now we're up to, we got to do the DAP set, the gimbal throttle test.
Aquarius, delete the DAP set gimbal throttle test. Just ensure that the deck of power and the deck of gimbal are closed.
It's closed, we deleted that.
Okay, also out of that list, Jack, we need the commander's throttle set to throttle and min. Houston, if I recall, the launch set of the gimbals, the GDAs are not correct here, and where are we going to get those set for the burn?
Stand by one. Okay, here's the word on the DAP set gimbal throttle test. Let's do step 1.
Okay, Jack,
and
we're
step
going to
2.
have to back up on this.
And that'll get our gimbal
we're going to follow the procedure here, which has us go mode control pings auto. We're going to have to pull the TCA breakers to keep from firing jets.
Stand by on step 1, Fred. We're getting the word for you. How do you like this sim?
It's a beauty.
Okay, Aquarius, we recommend you do the DAP set and gimbal throttle test as per the checklist. Go pings auto and proceed.
Well, we're going to fire thrusters as soon as we go to auto because we got the thrusters in, the thruster circuit breakers. You want to do that? Stop.
Okay, Aquarius, we're recommending you go to auto, let the thrusters fire and settle down and proceed with the test. Okay, Aquarius, we're looking at your gimbal, and we noticed that we got a 4-jet ullage loaded in the DAP, and we gave you 2 jets on the pad, but let's go with what we got loaded. It'll be a 4-jet ullage.
Okay. Okay, Houston, how does the GDAs look now?
The GDAs are go as they are. Press on.
Okay, Houston, we're going to do the dispersation and check out.
Okay, your gimbals are within 3/10, and we're ready for the dips pressurization and checkout.
Okay, Houston, do you want to follow up on page 15 with RCS checkout? In essence, we've kind of already done that.
You're right, Aquarius. Let's delete the RCS checkout. And the dips looks go.
And Houston, we're going to do a pings auto maneuver to the attitude.
stand by on that. Aquarius, we recommend driving it around there manually to the PTCA.
Okay, we have to use the PTCA. Right. What's the 203 question?
Enter on the 203, Jim. We'd like to do this on manual throttle, so on page 17, about 2/3 of the way down, throttle control, manual, vice, auto.
Okay, we're set to manual. Okay, 1 plus 30 to burn.
Roger.
Okay, master arms on, 1 minute.
Roger. Roger, Aquarius, and you go for the burn.
%.
Okay, Aquarius, you're looking good.
Auto shutdown.
Okay, you're going to residuals, proceed. Aquarius, check your master arm off, please. Roger, we're looking at that right now, and you'll be the first one to get to work.
And Houston, it's doubtful right now whether we'll be able to see the stars in this configuration. The only way we could possibly get alignment is with the Earth and the terminator, or the Moon and its terminator. And I'd sure like to have you look at the power down. keeping the bearings if at all possible.
Roger, Jim. We'll get the word for you. Okay, Aquarius, we're working on what's going to happen next. In the meantime, we'd like to take some high power items off the line. So on panel 11, open Deca power and open Deca gimbal. On 16, open the Atka breaker.
Okay, on 11 we got Deca power, Deca gimbal open. On 16 we got the Atka brake open.
We're looking real close at water usage profiles, and right now things are kind of swinging toward leaving the IMU powered up, powering down the LGC. But we'll have more word for you shortly. We recommend for sleeping that you leave one guy on watch. We recommend you don't make any urine dumps if you can help it, because it'll make a debris problem worse than it is now. And we have some items that you might want to transfer to the LAM. Some towels, some pen lights, fecal bags, UTS. And do you have any more items that we can help you out with at the moment?
Okay, stand by on your ladder list there, Jack. I understand no urine dumps. I guess we'll work through the UCD and all the bags we got. And real quick here, can you give me a DAP load? We want in here now to conserve
okay,
our...
for attitude control Aquarius, we're recommending manual control verb 76. And watch your middle gimbal angle. Your DAP load that you have now looks good.
Okay, it's at hold verse 76 for the guy on watch. And our DAP load we got right now is okay.
Aquarius, our decision for the time is to leave the IMU powered up, power down the LGC, and to power down other non-essential items. We'll be coming up with a more precise checklist as soon as we can get it over.
Okay, the decision is to keep the platform, power down the computer, and we'll be standing by for further word on the power down, Jack.
And Aquarius, for your information, we now have 136-mile perigee, confirmed by Doppler.
Okay, 136-mile perigee now. That's very nice. Oh, wait a minute, Jack. Did you say parasentian or perigee?
I meant parasentian.
Oh, that's better.
And Houston, we pulled out your update link circuit breaker, so if you want to update us with anything, let us know, we'll put it back in.
Roger, Jim, we will.
Okay, Jack, we don't want to bug you, but you ought to be thinking or what your thoughts are concerning what the next burn will be. I've got to figure out watch schedule and the sleep schedule, and just how we can meet the next maneuver.
Roger, we're getting you a flight plan update. We're still computing on your next burn, and we're getting ready to give you a procedure for power down. Okay, we're suggesting that the LMP rest while the CMP and CDR are awake. LMP ought to hit the sack at about 63 hours, coming up in 25 minutes, and you'll get the rest for 6 hours. You get up at 69 hours. At 70 hours, the commander and the command module pilot sleep for 6 hours until 76 hours. At 7830, we'll load P30 and align eggs to pings. Our ignition time for a second burn will be presently 79, 25, 26.5, and we'll have a pad for you shortly. We suggest that all of you eat after the burn. That'll be 81 to 82 hours. That the CMP and CDR eat while you're sleeping. And that you grab a bite as soon as you can. Over. And Aquarius, just to get you thinking in that direction, we've run a fairly thorough analysis, and we found out that it's going to be cheaper to keep the LGC and the diskey up and turn the inverter and the ball off.